Romance scammer cons woman out of 50K. So, I mean, we watched some Girl World videos the other day, so you guys know that I really hate liars, but I hate scammers more than liars, I think. Probably because it's just lying tied in to taking somebody else's hard earned money. And I don't know, I really have a hard time with that. I'm not a very good YouTuber because I don't sit here and try to let me friggin' join my memberships, guys. Become a member. You'll get my videos a day. I don't sit there and do that because some part of me, I don't know, I haven't figured out how to be a YouTuber yet. I don't like taking people's money, and I don't like the idea of other people doing that under false pretenses either. So let's check this out and see how exactly they got a hold of 50K. And what the hell were you thinking, lady? Like, that's a lot of damn money.
On today's episode, we speak to a woman named Shirley from Texas. Shirley has been in an online relationship with a man named Michael Lorenzo Roberts for a little over 6 months. The
MLR, and then Shirley take my bank account.
two met on LinkedIn and hit it off right away. At first, Michael came off as a normal guy who just worked a lot. The deeper Shirley would fall in.
Why the hell are these men always at sea too? Like, I've seen a few of these at this point. Everyone's at sea or on a damn oil rig and just finding a way to tell you that they're a Saudi prince and they own an oil drilling company.
Love with him, the more problems Michael ran into. Shirley has spent thousands of dollars in hopes to meet this man face to face, but there's always an obstacle in the way. Let's hear more from Shirley and see if we can get more information about this mysterious man, Michael.
Babe, I don't have 50K. And then the next message, I need to buy food. What effing grocery store are you shopping at, okay? Is it gold? Is everything plated with gold?
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed.
Let's
get
into
it.
My name is Shirley. I live in Texas right now. My husband and I moved here a couple of years ago.
What?
My husband passed away July 23rd.
See, this makes it 10 times worse. Sorry for your loss. Now it's 10 times worse because I don't know. If he was around, maybe he would have been the one that was like, this is a scam. And she kind of just, I don't know. Sometimes people, once they're widowed like that, they fall right into it. Like, I know somebody else that got scammed by a romance scam. I'm not going to tell you who, but she sent money and now I'm pretty sure she took that money from somewhere and now there's charges again.
Last year. And so I'm by myself with my dog.
Shirley was just browsing on her LinkedIn account when she was contacted by this man, Michael. And this is when it all began.
He said, how are you doing in this COVID world? It's nice to connect with you. And
Okay, so another question. When did LinkedIn become grabmylovehandles.com? Like, when the hell did that happen?
said, I'm doing okay. I was still in a pity party at that time because I lost my husband.
Shirley lost her husband last year. The two were happily married and even had their own YouTube channel.
We did exchange photos, and he had a photo of him on a ship in little orange fatigue things that were dirty. I believed him. I'm not a naive person. I'm very hip when it comes to people, and I really can read people very well, but
I can send you a picture of me having lunch with the president right now. It's called AI, and you're screwed because the world is just, once AI takes over a little more, nobody's going to know what the hell's real anymore once they get it perfect.
Didn't talk to him. I couldn't see him, so you can't see his lips and his eyes and stuff. You just go through the text. So he said he was an engineer. He was off the coast of Mexico. I mean, we'd text 3 times a day, even though he was on that ship. He'd say, I'd have to go now. I'll text you later. And every morning, he would text me. And then at night, I mean, we would text till 10 and 11 o'clock at night. He has a son that's 15 years old, and his name is Cole Roberts.
Shirley really...
Isn't that a Duck Dynasty kid? Is it? I think that's a Duck Dynasty kid. Like, is Willie Roberts out here stealing the money from an oil rig?
She had a soft spot for children. She had 5 kids of her own, 12 grandkids, and 9 great-grandchildren. She felt bad for Michael and his son because they were so far from each other. Michael told Shirley he would communicate with his son Cole through email after he was off work. Cole was in Denver, Colorado, being watched by his nanny, while Michael worked on the rig.
I said, "Well, how is your son doing?" He says, "Well, he's doing okay. They emailed every weekend," he said. And he said his PlayStation broke, so, he doesn't have much to do now.
Send me a damn PlayStation for my kid. I mean, I'm on an oil rig. What the hell am I gonna do, right?
said, "Oh, well, that's sad because I know how much these kids love the PlayStations. My grandkids all love it." And I said, "Well, I'll send him a PlayStation so that he has something to do till you get back home." I ordered the PlayStation. I ordered an extra controller. I ordered the most expensive headphones. And he sent me a shipping label 3 days later. And it was to Rapid Aviation in Atlanta, Georgia. He said,
Well, bend me over, slap my ass, and call me Krispy Kreme. We got us a big fish on the line, baby. It's a big fish. She's just gonna start handing stuff out like that. Why the hell wouldn't he scam you? At this point, I can send it. He didn't even have to friggin'
"You
ask.
have to package it all in one box, put everything together." And I took a picture and sent it to him of everything that I had purchased. And I took it down to the mail stop and I mailed it. The second day, I just got to thinking, I don't know about this. I tracked the package, found out it was delivered to a receptionist there at the desk, is what the label said. I waited another day and then I said, I'm going to call. I'm going to call and see. She said,
Ma'am, your package is here at our facility. It's been flagged because it's going to Africa. We will not be sending this package out.
and I said, okay, well, let me think what I'm going to do. I think I just want it sent back to Amazon. I
Okay, so basically, right there, you should have realized no Nigerian romance scam, right? Because if anybody spent any time on the internet and you have a LinkedIn profile, so I'm assuming you're somewhat smart with technology, I just have to lean on this woman's like grieving for the loss of her husband, and that's why she's making such stupid decisions.
immediately got a hold of Amazon. I had been scammed with the PlayStation that I purchased, and could I return it? I think it was $1,800 was the cost of it. So Amazon said, we will send you a mailing label. It won't cost you anything. You can forward this label to where the package is and they can mail it straight. It won't cost them anything either. So I said, okay, cool. But did it end? No. So I told him, I stopped your package from going to Africa. And he said, Africa? Are you kidding? It shouldn't have gone to Africa. And I said, and your name wasn't even on that package. It was somebody else's name saying, I'm sorry, it shouldn't have happened that way, that my computer had been hacked. And so I got the wrong mailing label, is what happened. And the next day he came back and said, sorry, I didn't text you. It's just been a mess here. One of my equipment broke down and I'm going to have to get another one.
This guy's just got really bad luck with machinery, huh? Shit just keeps breaking. PlayStations, oil rig equipment. Can you send him a new oil rig drilling thing? Because, of course, I mean, if you're going to offer, I'll take a drill right now. I can strike me some black gold, baby. We're going to go make it rich like the Clampets.
He sent me a picture and how much it costs that he was going to get from Ukraine. I think it was like $50,000 or something. And I said, well, I don't have $50,000. So then, about a couple of weeks later, he had a problem because he didn't have any funds to access from his bank. He needed some food. So he sent me a list of food. And I thought, well, I can mail him some food. It was a long, it was a long list. It was kind of comical, the different things he asked for.
Stuff that's not going to spoil, tuna packets, hard cheese, dehydrated, stuff that can be mailed to Africa and that will keep for a little while. And no red flags went off right here either. Nothing. Like, I know she's grieving, okay? So I assume that she's just making bad decisions, but red flags, none going off at all right now.
And then a day later, he texts me and says, oh, I hope you haven't gone and bought that food yet, because my workers were telling me that some of that stuff is going to spoil. And I said, well, I'm not going to get the stuff that's spoiled, just the canned goods, the tuna, the stuff like that. And he says, well, just send me the money, because there is a man that has a store in Mexico and he delivers to the ship all the time. And I was supposed to mail a check to him for $500 or $1,500, whichever I could do. And I said, oh, okay, well, send me that information. He says, no, I don't want to do it that way. Let's do it.
Is this man shopping at friggin' Erewhon where you buy like $20 bottles of water? Why is everything so expensive? Well, I guess if it's delivered to the boat, it would be more expensive. Like Jackson, Hawaii. Tell me how much it costs to get a can of tuna in Hawaii. Like I know it's more expensive to get food there.
Do it by Bitcoin. He taught me how to do Bitcoins. I sent him $1,200 to buy food. The total amount that I've paid him thus far is over $6,000. He said the project was finished. He's getting off the ship. He's going to go to a motel and we're going to video chat and this and that and the other thing.
Well, shit, my Xbox broke the other day. I had to buy a new one. So, where were you when I needed to find love on LinkedIn and needed a free Xbox? Damn.
When he got off the ship, he says, I'm flying to you. Could you pick me up? And I said, yes, I can pick you up. I said, what time did your flight come in? And he said it was at 2:30. Now we still have not talked on the phone, video chatted, or anything. I said, well, what is your flight number? I need to know your flight number in case, you're delayed or whatever. And where are you coming from? And he says, I'm coming from Mexico City and I'm going to be on Aero, Mexico.
Flight, I need money and tuna. That is the flight number, apparently.
I was all excited. I was jumping up and down. By this time, we had professed our love for each other. I couldn't find a flight at all. And so I texted him again and I said, I can't find a flight number that comes in at 2:30. What is your flight number? Well, he took a picture of him sitting at the airport, and there was a green and white plane in the foreground that had a weird emblem on the back. It looks like it says SJ. I mean, it was obvious that he was in an airport. It was probably pretty obvious he was, I guess, going to fly somewhere. But I was all excited anyway, and I told myself, I said, Shirley, you don't have a flight number. He is not coming to San Antonio, Texas airport.
Yeah, the plane S7 stands for assuredly $700. That's probably what it stands for, something like that, right?
I paid $555 for a limo to take me from New Braunfels, Texas to San Antonio Airport. He picked me
What?
up at 12 o'clock. The limo driver said, what's the flight number? And I said, oh, he didn't tell me that. The limo driver says, do you know this guy? Have you ever met this guy? And I lied and I said, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And we had been talking about getting married. So he kept calling me his fiance. And I said, yes, it's my fiance. Well, I stayed there till 4:30 that afternoon and I parked my butt right by the door where the international arrivals are. I looked at every one of those people that came through that door. I mean, it was
Are you sure he said fiance and not financer, or something like that? I don't know. These guys lead with all kinds of like love language, like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. So they're all freaking scumbags. It's so sick to me because you would think that she needs this money the rest of her life, right? Because I don't know, is she retirement age? Maybe her husband's passed, like so she's looking for love and trying to find somebody to spend the rest of her life with, and it's somebody here taking her damn money from, like, please don't send your money to people online. They're total scumbags.
loaded with people. I mean, there was people coming through there all the time, while I was sitting there. But I sat right there by the door, so I didn't miss anybody coming out of that international, because you have to go through customs. So that was the door they all came out of. And I looked for him. He was not there. And I texted him and I said, you lied to me. You're not coming. You're a
Coming into some money real soon. We need an oil drilling machine, baby.
liar. Well, and that's the end of the story, you would think. But no, he said, I can't talk to you right now. I am being detained by the Mexican officials. And I said, "Oh my God." And he said, "I'll talk to you later."
They found the damn cocaine in my butthole, babe. I don't know what to say. The first 48, they caught me.
So worried about him. I could just see him in one of those Mexican jails or something. You hear god awful things about jails overseas. So I just thought the worst. He sends me a video and he's got a mask on, and he said that that's something that they let him use his phone to make this video.
Hi, my love Shirley. I requested a cell phone so I can make you this short video.
Yeah, that's why he's got the damn mask on, right? Because he's locked up with Larry the Love Stick, and he don't want to get it. That's why he's got the mask on. That's why he's in jail.
I want you to know that I'm thinking of you always, and I miss you so much. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.
The Mexican government wanted $10,000 to give him release. The reason they detained him, he said, was because he found in a hull of one of the ships a bag of money that had over $10,000 in it that he did not declare.
Well, hot damn, that's great. He can just give them that money and they should let him go, right? That's how this should work.
First, it was $45. That's all I need is $45. And I said, okay. And then he said, well, if you can make it 150 or 200, that would be good. So I sent it, and he was very thankful. He's asking me for $1,200. If I would send him that $1,200, he would be home to me in a week. I've never had any problem getting a man. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but for me to settle for somebody online that won't even try to talk to me and says he can't talk to me, it's just mind-boggling.
Well, toot your own horn here. Go off, Queen. You found yourself a man that ain't even got a mouth. This guy must be a friggin' miracle, right? Somebody that won't talk back to you. He's just got a mask.
As silly and as asinine as it sounds, I'm not ready to stop talking to him.
After our team received this video message from Shirley, we started to dig into everything right away. We ran a reverse image search and found the real man in the photos. His name was Philip out of Poland. He was a DJ and went by the stage name DJ Feel. Michael claimed he had a son. DJ Feel actually had 2 sons and a daughter and also a wife. We compared the voice of the video that was sent to Shirley of Michael in the airport to some of the videos of DJ Feel speaking, and they sounded nothing alike.
To know that I'm thinking of you always, and I miss you so much. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.
I cannot listen to that accent and take people serious that get scammed by that. Oh my God, I want to give her a pass because she just lost her husband, but I also have to be like, you're like begging to get ripped off.
Или знакомым, или еще кому, вы можете обломаться, потому что Apple остановила производство айфонов и айпадов. Прикиньте, впервые за 10 лет просто бац и все. И если сам... Давай так...
We have so much more to fill you in on this story. After we go over all the information with Shirley, she later finds out who the real person is behind this whole scam. Make sure you stick around for the end. All the information we found wouldn't be possible without the tools on our site, socialcatfish.com. You can click this YouTube card or click the link in our bio. Just hitting like, comment, and subscribe helps us build more tools out for you to use in the future. After we sent...
I'm so excited to meet the PlayStation stealing Monopoly money bag finding man right now. I mean, that voice seems like it matched that picture a little better than DJ Feel Me.
All of this information to Shirley, she was still a little confused. It was time to sit down with her and put a stop to all of this.
So we actually looked into Michael further, but Michael is not Michael. Michael is Philip. This is the man in the images.
No, I don't think so.
Shirley was pretty confused when she heard that Michael was not a real person. 6 months ago, she even hired a private investigator, and he told her that Michael was real.
Oh my God. Did you find that investigator through him? Did Did he outsource this one? Like, yes, he's a real man. How much did he pay off this investigator? That's what I need to know. What shady people are you dealing with?
This was not true. She also paid $2,500 to get this false information. You're still talking to Michael.
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
I don't know.
Tooting horns.
I have this conversation with myself all the time. You know, I do love the man. You know, I know he's not who he says he is. I know his name is not Michael Roberts. I've done so many searches on him and pictures and what have you. Um, he got me over a very hard period of my life. And I just can't stop talking to him.
That's why I'm saying, like, grief will make you do some funny things. So I am giving her a pass on that. But at some point, it can only smack you in the face so much till it starts to hurt, right? Like, you're going to have to stop.
Is absolutely crazy. I know, but I wanted, after this conversation with you guys, I'm telling myself, you gotta quit, because he's still asking me for money. He still says he's in Mexico,
Right.
detained. He asked me for $2,000 about 3 weeks ago, and I have all these issues that come up on me that I lie about to him, of reasons why I can't send him the money.
This person has lied to you.
So, how many of you, because I have a primarily female audience, would date a man who the first thing they do is start asking for money, and you've never even seen them, met them, nothing, right? Now, if a man's down and out and he actually has to ask you, like, make no mistake, that's the last friggin' thing most guys want to do, is ask a woman they're interested in for money, because it just makes you look like terrible. It makes you look so bad. But if a guy just starts asking off rip, would you date them? Like, that's my question.
To you.
Yes.
He's cheated you out of money, and he's going to continue to do that until you completely just break it off.
He posted a picture on TikTok where he was under a waterfall, and because he says he has no social media, and I found his social media, and someone asked, a lady, of course, asked him where that is, and he said it was in Bali.
But this is Philip, correct?
No, I believe that is his picture. I don't think that's Philip. That's him.
Oh, for the love of God, these people are investigating for you. Listen to them. Like, if you want to play the ignorance is bliss game, do it, but you're just going to keep losing money. It's only going to get worse and worse.
He does post a couple of things, like the weight thing when he's lifting weights on TikTok. That is him. His actual picture on TikTok is him. The profile picture, that is him, because I've seen him before. We've tried to do a hangout call, and I've seen his picture. I mean, I know that's him. It just didn't stay there very long.
So you're not talking about Philip at this point?
No, I'm talking about Michael. Yes, that is actual Michael on that, underneath that waterfall. It's not Philip.
Up until this point, the reason she kept talking to Michael was because she thought Michael just looked similar to DJ Phil. The other profiles that she found were actually just other fake profiles of DJ Phil. He has...
Yes, the doppelganger that needs you to send him Doritos. I get it. I am getting it now. You got Jedi mind tricked by this man. Like, this is so crazy now.
Hundreds of them all over the internet.
Yes, I've seen him. I mean, we have tried to have a video call like 3 times, and I've seen his picture. I know it's him talking, and he looks a lot like Philip. They could be almost twins.
So, next question, okay? This guy's in jail in Mexico at this point, right? So, video call with him. I'm going to need, is that necklace real? Is that ring real? I needed to pick the lock so I can get out of this cell. Mail me that right now. And if she does that, she's a lost cause, guys. We're done.
But if you look at his profile picture on TikTok, that he looks a little different than Philip does.
But the actual man that you're talking to is neither Michael nor Philip.
You don't
I
think?
can almost, Shirley, I can almost guarantee you the person behind that profile looks nothing like Philip. Nothing at all like him.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of research.
That hadn't even friggin' occurred to her yet. You mean to tell me the man's TikTok I've been looking at and lighting candles every night isn't the real guy? What the hell is going on right now?
Okay.
The person that you were talking to on video was basically tricking you into making it look like you were talking to a person. So there's different types of technology that scammers use to make it seem like you're video calling someone that they want you to believe that you're video calling. So we'll do like The Rock speaking. So you see The Rock here, right?
Right.
Now, what they'll do is they'll get rid of the audio. Now look at The Rock's mouth and listen to me talk. Hey, how's it going? I'm The Rock. I'm Dwayne Johnson. Hey, how are you doing, Shirley? I miss you so much. I love you, and I want to be with you. And can you send me more money? Does that make sense?
You just had to lead with the dagger at the end. I love this guy, man. He's got to be the funniest one because he's the one that just like I can tell by looking at him, he is so tired of people just getting scammed and not being willing to face reality. You can almost see it on his face every time.
Make sense?
It does. So you don't. So you're telling me that the pictures that I have are not him at all. None of them.
None of
He doesn't even look like that.
none of them. Shirley, would you be willing to block Michael right now?
No.
Well, we're done.
What do you feel that you need to?
I want him to know that I know. I'd block him afterwards, but I want him to know that I know, and I want to hear what he says back to me.
He's going to say he just did another PlayStation seance. You need to send him more PlayStation bucks or whatever the hell, Robux.
If anything.
After this interview, Shirley finally came to her senses and confronted Michael. Michael revealed himself to Shirley. Shirley told us after seeing who was really behind the fake profile of Michael, she will never date anyone online ever again.
Thanks for
All right, so that's the end of it. At least she came to her senses by the end, but the guy actually had to send a photo of the real him before she was willing to face reality, which, like I said, grief will make you do a bunch of funny things. But if somebody leads with, I need money, or send me tuna fish, I just found a Monopoly bag of money on the oil rig, I need to get out of jail, probably not the guy you want to be friggin' dating, okay? But grief will make you do funny things. I'm sorry for your loss of your husband. Hopefully things are going much better for you nowadays, and probably shouldn't look for love on LinkedIn. Maybe try Instagram. I think that's where everybody else is doing it. Tinder, it's kind of a toss-up too. There's a lot of AI people on there. I don't even know where the hell you should go. Maybe try NA or try friggin' what else? What do we got here? Let's go to AA. You can find a good guy there, okay? Leave a like, leave a comment. Thank God for Catfish stopping this woman from sending the rest of her life savings. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.